What is poppin' YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now, so it does help these videos get out to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos on here weekly and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Alright, as far as these Eastern Conference playoffs go, who's going to finish with the best record in the East? Who's going to be the 8th seed, the 7th seed, the 6th seed? I'll give you the 8 teams that I think will make the playoffs in the East and why. And I'll give you the order of the standings in which I think these teams will finish. Now, to keep in mind this. A lot of younger teams are probably going to finish with better records than older veteran teams. I'll give you an example. I think the Lakers are going to be really, really good this year come playoff time. But as far as the regular season, I'm a lot more down on them because LeBron James doesn't really care about the regular season. Anthony Davis, they want to get him rested and fully healthy for the playoffs. So a lot of these younger teams that are a lot less inexperienced, okay, they're going to be a lot more hungrier in the regular season and play a lot harder in the regular season. Listen, 82 games in the regular season is an absolute grind, guys. It really is. I mean, you got back-to-backs, you know, a 10-day stretch where you might be on the road entirely. It's just a grind as far as the season goes. Not every team is going to go all out in an 82-game regular season. So that's my thoughts on that. Let's get right to things. So who officially makes the playoffs as the 8th seed? I had the Detroit Pistons in as the 8th seed this year. This is a playoff team that was there last year. They got Blake Griffin, one of the 25 best players in all basketball. Still, to me, he's a great player. He'll give you 20 points per game a night. He'll give you about 10 or 12 rebounds a night. You know, they got a player like Andre Drummond who's doing a lot of great things. Okay, they added Derrick Rose this year. I do think the Atlanta Hawks can really challenge them for this spot. I think the Orlando Magic can challenge them for this spot this year. Those are two very good teams. The Magic obviously made the playoffs last year. I think the Hawks, with Trae Young, with John Collins, with Cam Reddish, with some great players that added in the draft, with Vince Carter being the great veteran player that he is, I think the Atlanta Hawks, if Trae Young takes a big step this year, can really make the playoffs this year. But I'm not going to quite pick them. The Detroit Pistons were too good last year. They added Derrick Rose. They're a good team. Derrick Rose can still get you about 18 to 20 points a night. They're going to be the 8th seed to me. The Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are up next as the 7th seed in my opinion, okay? Erik Spoelstra. Can we give Erik Spoelstra some credit? He's a good head coach, guys. When you give Erik Spoelstra some talent, he's going to make the playoffs. Every time you give Erik Spoelstra a great all-star level player, he's probably going to make the playoffs. They added Jimmy Butler. Did you see Jimmy Butler in the playoffs last year versus the Sixers? That guy was balling in the playoffs last year. Jimmy Butler is one of the 20 best players in all basketball, one of the best defenders in all basketball. You got a guy like Tyler Herro, who I liked a lot coming out of the draft. He's a great player that will be a great shooter for them, a great addition to this team. Dion Waiters, Dragic, Miles Leonard, you know, Justice Winslow. Those are great young players. The Miami Heat are deep enough to make a run at the playoffs this year, and I think that Jimmy Butler being added to this team is the difference. They will be the 7th seed this year. The Brooklyn Nets. Now, the Brooklyn Nets could be a lot higher, okay, this coming season as far as the standings go. I like Kyrie Irving a lot. That's actually my team, the Brooklyn Nets. It's my team. Okay? It's my favorite team, okay? I have questions about Kyrie Irving, though. Now, the one thing I will say about Kyrie Irving is he wanted to be in Brooklyn. He did not want to be in Boston when he got traded there. So, could Kyrie Irving just ball out and play very well this year? You betcha. He's that talented. But I have questions about Kyrie Irving as being the #1 option for a team. I think Kyrie Irving is the perfect #2 option. But he's not a guy that for an 82-game regular season can carry you night to night and get you a top 3 seed at this point in his career, in my opinion. Kyrie Irving needs a player like Kevin Durant, needs a player like LeBron James to carry him for games in the regular season to get a top seed. But again, I still like Chris LeVert. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I like Jared Allen. I like DeAndre Jordan. Up next, the defending champion Toronto Raptors. Yes, the Toronto Raptors are a very good team, guys. They're still very good despite losing Kawhi Leonard. Let's not forget, guys, they went 17-5 last year without Kawhi Leonard, okay? They're a good, deep team. Did you see those players in the NBA Finals step up? The Toronto Raptors run about 7 or 8 players deep, guys, okay? And if Pascal Siakam really takes a big leap this year, they could move up to a 3 seed potentially this year. I love their coach, Nick Nurse. He was a great head coach. When's the last time you've seen a first-year head coach make an NBA Finals and win that thing? let alone knock off the dynasty Golden State Warriors. This guy is a great head coach. I think Pascal Siakam takes the next step. You still got Serge Ibaka. You still got Marc Gasol. You still got Fred VanVleet. You still got Kyle Lowry. This is a deep team that's good enough to be the 5 seed in the playoffs this year, okay? Up next, the Indiana Pacers, okay? Now, they're going to be without Victor Oladipo for a little bit, okay? They'll be without Victor Oladipo for a little bit of the first half of the season. But once Victor Oladipo comes back, this team is really going to take off. And if Victor Oladipo was playing for the full season, I had them a little bit higher. But this is still a very good Indiana team. They're deep. Okay, TJ Warren is a good, solid player. Jeremy Lamb, they added Malcolm Brogdon. And he's going to shoot about 50% from the field. He did last year. He shot last year 40% from 3, 90% from the cherry stripe. Okay, so Malcolm Brogdon's a great player. I don't know who quite steps up this year when Victor Oladipo goes out, but this is still a great defensive team, a team that loves to play together. They play hard every night. They rebound. They're scrappy. They're tough. They're well coached, and they're a great defensive team. And I think their coach, Nate McMillan, is really, really good. So they're the 4 seed for me. The 76ers. To me, the 76ers are the best team in the East this year. That does not mean they're going to finish with the best record. Joel Embiid is probably going to be on load management this year. If I'm the 76ers, the thing that I want to do is get Joel Embiid healthy for the playoffs. He was not fully healthy for the playoffs last year. It really affected them, especially in game number 4 versus the Raptors. Okay, if Joel Embiid was healthy, the outcome might have been different in that Toronto Raptors series for the 76ers. Joel Embiid's health is the difference between a second-round exit and an NBA championship potentially this year, okay? But even if they have Joel Embiid on load management, I mean, if you've seen Ben Simmons, this guy's a stud. If Ben Simmons can get a jump shot this year, he has all the talent in the world to be an MVP candidate, okay? And when I look at players like Al Horford, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, I mean, they might have the best starting 5 in all of basketball, guys. This is a great team. They're the best team top to bottom in the East to me. Their depth worries me a little bit. I don't like their depth. They need a little bit more shooting to me to make a run at a championship. But as far as the regular season, they're going to be probably the best defensive team maybe in the East. They're at number 3 for me. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are going to be very, very good to me this year, guys. Listen, I know Kyrie Irving was great, but Kyrie Irving did not want to play for Boston last year. He hated living in Boston. He didn't like Brad Stevens. He was aloof. He at times did not talk to his teammates. Kyrie Irving wanted out of Cleveland. That's what he wanted. But he didn't want to go to Boston. He wanted to go to Brooklyn. Now he's in his happy place, and now the Celtics team can move on from the chemistry breaker, Kyrie Irving, okay? Listen, Kemba Walker, I'm not saying he's a better player than Kyrie Irving, but he fits the Celtics system better than Kyrie Irving this year, okay? He fits their system a lot better, okay? And when I look at players like Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum to me potentially could have a breakout season this year. Gordon Hayward is now fully healthy. When he was fully healthy in Utah, this was a 20-point per game scorer. Now, I don't think he's going to get ever back to that level, but I could see about, 15 points per game this year from Gordon Hayward, shooting about 47% from the field, about 34% from 3, okay? So I think Gordon Hayward's very, very good, and I think this team is deep, they're well coached, and they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. Brad Stevens, now that he has the system that he wants to run, the players that he wants in their system, because Kyrie Irving, he thinks he's more than the system. I think the Boston Celtics are well coached. They're very good defensively. They're a good rebounding team. They're a good passing team. And I think that Kemba Walker will be an upgrade over Kyrie Irving as far as the chemistry of this team goes. And at number 1 on my list is the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they're going to finish with the best record in the East once again. Giannis can potentially win the MVP this year once again. Will I bet on it? No, not quite. But hey, it's not out of the question, guys. Okay? They got a guy like Chris Middleton who can give you 19 to 22 points per game each night. If he potentially breaks out this year, they might get even better. They got Eric Bledsoe still. They still got Brook Lopez. Kyle Korver's 38 years old. But hey, Kyle Korver is still a sniper from 3-point range, guys. They got Wesley Matthews, who they added, a very good 2-guard. George Hill still putting in work this year. I do think the losses of Malcolm Brogdon and Nikola Mirotic will really hurt this team come playoff time. But as far as the regular season goes, there's not a lot of teams that can stop Giannis in an 82-game regular season. Now in a playoff series, where you have the personnel and defensive players to lock in on Giannis, several days to prepare for Giannis and scheme up to stop Giannis, you potentially can stop a player like Giannis. But Giannis is going to have his way for an 82-game regular season. And guys, if Giannis Antetokounmpo gets a jump shot, he might become the best player in basketball this year. So now you see the standings. Who wins this entire conference? And to me, It is the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they're that good. I think they arguably have the best starting five in all of basketball. At least it's top three to me. They're going to have the defensive personnel to bother everyone this year, guys. They're going to have the defensive personnel to stop everyone on the Boston Celtics. They're going to have the defensive personnel to stop everyone on Milwaukee, including Giannis Antetokounmpo. What did the Toronto Raptors do last year? They put a wall around Giannis Antetokounmpo and said, hey, Giannis, beat us from outside of 10 feet. Don't beat us from the paint. Shoot jumpers. And he couldn't do it. I think that come playoff time, Joel Embiid is going to be healthy. Ben Simmons with a jump shot might be a top 5 player in all of basketball. I think their starting 5 is better than Milwaukee's starting 5. And last year, guys, let's not forget, the Philadelphia 76ers. If it were not for the Kawhi Leonard bounces and that shot that was hit in game number 7 by Kawhi Leonard, the Philadelphia 76ers might have went to the NBA Finals last year. They had a chance to beat the Bucks, in my opinion, last year. They had the defensive personnel to beat them last year. And Joel Embiid was not healthy in the playoffs all of last year. They're the best team as far as their starting 5 goes in the entire NBA, possibly. They have the best defense maybe in the NBA. And to me, they're just a better team overall than Milwaukee and Boston. They will win the East this year. So that's my predictions for the Eastern Conference. That's the standings. That's who I think will win the East. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.